change this sign. Brothers got to change the sign, man. I told brothers I don't know how many times. Russia don't belong there. Right. It's Germania Major and Germania Minor. You know, it's like that. You know, by the end of this, you know, somebody got to do. You know. Now this is an old sign. Russia does not belong there because Russia was never down with the EU and down with the you know, these nations. Russia is against these nations, the EU and all that, as you can see, as we're reading right now. All right, these are the original EU nations: Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Ireland, England, West Germany. But actually, you gotta take West Germany out of there, and you gotta take Ireland out of there because Ireland is pretty much part of England. What do they call that? The UK. The UK, the United Kingdom. So take that out of there. You have to incorporate Germania Major, Germania Minor. You know. So, and the EU, it used to be called the European Economic Community, but they changed it to the EU, the European Union. But it's the same shit. Originally, it was 10 nations that got down with that. All right, and it was established in 1958. See, today the EEC is known as the EU, the European Union. Those are the 10 horns, all right, on the 7-headed beast. Okay?
That's right.
And a lot of those nations are a part of NATO, which NATO, along with NATO is the beast, along with, you know, including America riding it. Okay? Pulling the strings and shit. Because pretty much who's pulling the strings is the so-called Jews, man. The Rothschilds. And America pumps out all kind of money, millions to Israel, man, to build up their military and all that shit. So the United States is pretty much Israel. I'm talking about the country of Israel today. Okay? Go ahead.
So it goes on to say, and in general, it is understandable because the numbers of the Greece debt to the trochia of its international creditors are high. Moscow has repeatedly said it was ready to help Greece if necessary. Says while Russia hasn't transferred money to Greece directly, a €2 billion gas deal signed at the International Economic Forum in St. Petersburg in June should help Greece overcome its debt crisis, Putin acknowledged then. So they didn't give them any monetary, but they did a €2 billion gas pipeline deal with Greece. So that should help them out financially. It says Greece and Russia signed a deal to create a joint enterprise for the construction of the Turkish stream pipeline across Greece. Let me skip down some.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, while the brother's scrolling down, I'm gonna read this in Daniel, because we cannot escape and negate the prophecies, man. The scriptures say that the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. Paul said, if there be as many gifts in the Lord, right? But the main gift that you're supposed to covet the most is the gift of prophecy. Prophecy, man. Never mind everything else, man. You know what I'm saying? Prophecy. So, this is Daniel's, all right, the 2nd chapter, and I'm gonna start at the, let me see, the 31st verse. I'm gonna read pretty fast. I said, thou, O king, speaking about Nebuchadnezzar, sawest and behold a great image. That image is this image. Hold that up. Okay, so it says, thou, O king, sawest and behold a great image. This is the image, beginning with Babylon being the head of gold, represented Nebuchadnezzar. And if you see, the value of the precious metals was devaluing. decreasing, depreciating. It was gold, then it went to silver. Silver is the Medo-Persian Empire, right? All these nations are in history, showing you the Bible is a historical book as well as a prophetic book and a book of laws and commandments. All right? We know, according to Esau's history, that the Babylonian Empire ruled, right? We know this. We know, according to history, that the Medo-Persian Empire ruled, right?
That's right.
The brass, the Greeks, right? Alexander the Great, we call him the Crete. We know that he ruled. Why? Because there's actual history on him, man. And they have dug up the earth, archaeology. The Bible said that the earth shall help the woman, which is Israel, and they found relics and artifacts of these nations ruling, right? The iron was the Roman Empire. Why? Because iron, though it wasn't as precious as the gold, the silver, and the brass, but it was strong, it was powerful. Their military was strong. They had military posts all throughout the ancient world, all right? Alexander the Great conquered, within a span of 13 years, he conquered the world, man, and died at the age of 32. The iron and the toes, which is the end of the image, the iron mixed with miry clay, that's talking about the EU, right? Because the feet has
standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Talking about America. They're gonna be saying, oh my God, I can't believe it, America is destroyed. We make so much money with her, you know. I have family members over there, I can't see them no more, see? So the nations are gonna be mourning the destruction of America, and they won't believe it. Their family members that died over here, they're gonna mourn for them, and they're gonna be, you know, sorrowful because they're gonna be poor again because they made a lot of money in America, man, and now they won't be able to. Are you more?
Yeah. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchant.